Well, hello, my Instacart community. I'm so glad you're here. I have another adventure to talk about. Wicked Joe's French roast. Strong espresso strength. Yeah, we need that to start our shopping for the day, right? So there's three things that you can call me. Okay. That old saying that fool me once, I'm the fool. Wait, fool me once, you're the fool. Fool me twice, I'm the fool. Okay, so I qualify for that with this one. The next one is I feel like singing Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Or the third one, I felt like a trained seal or a trained lion in the cage with a trainer in the store from this customer. So I qualify for all three, right? And didn't I just do a video on the humility of customer service? I had to pull out every bit of my toolkit, all of my skill set. Now they're all in the tool bag again, all needing sharpening because like this one did me in. All right. So it was a double batch. It came in at 20 of 7. I'm usually ready around 6:30 and things usually don't start so early, but it was like, well, this is great. I can just get there. Not the closest Star Market, but pretty close. Very little traffic. And so the tip for the double batch was in the 30s, and the double batch payment was almost 30. So it was a great the $64 question. Will she do it? So I slid to accept, and then I saw the two names, and one of them is this just terrific lady. She's present, and when she's not present, it's kind of like she trusts me to pick out things. She likes her organic things, but she's not like stuck on it. Like she does replacements. Like she wanted organic hummus in the 8-ounce container yesterday. They didn't have it. They had the individual ones. She's fine with that. She wanted an organic tea in a certain flavor. They were out of that, but they had one with one of the two parts of the flavor of the first one. Fine with that. She wanted, so she's easy peasy lemon squeezy and probably tips very well because I've had her single orders, and so in my no tip under 10 or it equals the amount of the Instacart pay for me. So anyway, I figured, well, this is gold, right? And it was 71 items total, I think. And it's 20 of 7 in the morning. I'm ready. It's going to happen. And so I hop in my little car and I drive to the store. Yeah, here's where the fun began. So the second name, Customer B, was all in caps. Now, if any of you have been doing computers, emails, any type of social media that involves a computer and typing, you know that all caps means that somebody is angry or somebody just doesn't know that you don't use all caps. It's hard on the eyes for starters, but there's a tone involved. So her name is in all caps, so it's like I'm laughing at that, right? And I begin to scroll down Customer B's things, and I see every item has a comment, an order, a request, do not, give me, I only want, and it's like, oh, yeah, here we go. She's back again. Hence the oops, I did it again, the trained seal, and this time I'm the fool. Well, I don't want to get out of it because I said it's first trip in the morning. I can handle it. And And it was so funny because so here I am with this double batch, a terrific lady and one that I'm just waiting, right? So there's no Waters and there's no deli. So already, this is in my favor. So I decided to do the middle aisles without the produce and the meats and the dairy because this comment under every item is one of those that's like, and she said, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'll be able to shop with you. So just text me with anything that you need to ask." And it's like, oh, here we go. And it's like, I promised myself I would never take her again. Now, the first time I did her, it was a single order. It was just her. And I was naive. I was new. I didn't know about Insta Cancel. And so, but let me just tell you that by the time I was done with this shop, it took me 2 hours to have my heart and my body slow down. I was over the ledge. Good thing I had on my hiking equipment because the pick in the rock saved me because I was going to go down. And so, but don't forget, I'm a Goldilocks. So anyway, I'm shopping away and I get through, each item I get to, and there's no comment back from her. It's like, win. Then I get to baking soda. Now, do you think that there could be no more innocuous item than baking soda, right? She asks for Rumford. There's only Davis and Signature brand. Now we're going to have to debate this. I mean, baking powder, not soda. And it's like, oh God. And I say out loud, so I sensed somebody turn and look at me because I was talking to the phone. I said, oh, here we go. And here we went. By the time I got to dairy, this woman, and all the way through, she's adding items. And it's never an item in the aisle you're in or the aisle you're going to. It's always backtracking, meat, produce. Oh, I think, could you get? Made me freaking crazy. We get to the meats. This is where she tipped me over the last time. I want to know when it was, when it was packaged and what day it expires and how much it weighs and is it on sale on all the freaking meats, right? And so when I get through that with her chicken choices and some turkey bacon, she gets onto the pork. Boneless pork chops, bone-in pork chops. When were they packaged? How much do they weigh? When does it expire? Are they on sale? If any of you have had one of these, and that's a Goldilocks in the bad sense, right? That's not somebody that you're like in it with them. When I get customers that have requests / demands / needs that are valid, like they want the best of the organic, they want the best meat, I'm all with it. But this woman is just obsessed with packaged on what day, expires on what day, how much it weighs, and is it on sale? I am so far past the pork chops at this point. So I trot back and I do it. And, so she gets happy, bone in case you were wondering. I get to the dairy and it's like game over. And here's this lovely lady, that's customer A. I'm so glad she's customer A. And so we get to the yogurts and she's particular and she wants such and such. And aren't these just the 4 packs that are soggy? You know how the cardboard gets a little soggy? The product itself is fine. It's in the plastic thing with the foil top. But the expiration date is like imprinted on yellow. You can hardly read it. It's like almost unreadable. And we've got 3 dairymen behind me talking about their week, what's coming down the pike, what's on the truck, what's here, what needs to be put away, their game plan of where they're, and they're, nobody's like, they're not in my way, but they're all there and they're talking shop, which they can do. And I'm trying to find the right thing, and everything, some of the stuff expires April 15th. That's not good enough. Can you look for a fresher one? And, they're out of that. Well, what else do they have? And it's like, tick, tick, tick. She did it to me on the Lucerne cheeses, too. She wanted different blends of the cheeses, the shredded cheeses. They were out of what she wanted, of course. And so it's like, well, what do they have instead? And so at this point, I'm toast. I'm like so done. I feel so bad because this lovely customer A is so easy to work with. And so I've got to switch emotions and be so strictly professional with customer B in the all caps. And then the easy one. By the time I got to the eggs, I was so glad that the 18-count white eggs, store brand Lucerne, were in stock. I didn't want to go through the whole, they only have brown. Well, what's the expiration date? So anyway, I couldn't get done. And then I'm almost ready to check out, and she goes, can you get me a couple of rice boxes that have seasoning? And it's like, oh my goodness. And this happens to be one of those superstores. Anyway, I get to almost being done, and I decide to contact Instacart support. And I said, this woman is running me ragged. Please never, ever match me up with her again. This has been one of the toughest shops I've ever done. I'm still giving her the best of service because I'm an ambassador for Instacart. But please don't ever match me up with her again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was hoping they'd give me a bump, but they didn't. And so the lady was so grateful and so thankful, and gee, you're wonderful, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, well, it's all my pleasure. You're so welcome. And so all the way through, I was as good as I can. Of course, she committed fraud. She gave me 5 stars, but, of course, something was the wrong item. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. It's everything scanned, right? So who knows? But that was one of the most frustrating shops. And so it's on me because I took it. Nothing has changed except, well, nothing has changed. Now I'm wiser. So I'm the fool. And now I'm a little bit wiser. So don't think that these people are going to get enlightened the more that they use Instacart. They stay the same. And it's like each item that she didn't comment on, or she did comment on what she wanted, and I gave her what she wanted until we got to like something was out of stock, and then it began. I'm telling you, if you shop for somebody a second or a third time and they're a fraudster, or they're, let me shop with you and make you absolutely crazy, because I'm paying. I'm paying for you to be the trained seal for the hour that I have you captive. Well, I'm going to do another video on Insta-cancel, but this one obviously wasn't it. But learn as you go. And it literally took me 2 hours to have my heart start pounding and have me breathing regularly, and to be able to move on with a couple of shops after that to get to where I was like at my usual Sarah is content place. I'm telling you, sometimes professionally, we have to use such humility with the people that just are using and abusing us, and I don't even know if they know it. I felt like a sport for this woman. I felt like, I was the target in the batting cage or whatever it would be. But we learn as we go, and some people are just easier to work with than others. But I was the fool. Oops, I did it again, and I was the trained seal, and never again. But Sometimes as shoppers, we really have to learn the hard way, don't we? So this has been, my longest video yet. I hope you had plenty of time to drink your coffee. And if you're like me, you get that anxiety, just listening to the story, right? Well, don't worry. It wasn't you. It's over. It's done. We're all breathing regularly. And we will go on and do our 5-star shopping day, just as we always do. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you here the next time. Bye-bye for now.